I guess none of us really like to blow our own horns or talk about our strengths and gifts and talents, and that's probably why I procrastinated all day about making this live video. But I figure, you got to start blowing your own horn sometime, and there's enough other people on the planet saying unkind things to us, or doubting us or putting us down or telling us we can't do things, that we shouldn't be doing that to ourselves anyway, should we? We need to be our own cheerleaders and hopefully say kind and loving and supportive things to ourselves so that we feel brave and courageous and can push out of those comfort zones and try new things. So, it took me a long time to kind of accept what some of my gifts were, but I just kept listening to what other people were saying in the way of compliments, and sometimes that's how we notice more so, I guess, than really owning it ourselves and saying it for ourselves. But one thing that kept coming back to me all the time in the way of compliments was that I have a way of making other people feel calm. And so I know this to be true about myself now, hence why I love to share Reiki with people. But even just being in other people's presence, and I could just be talking about random stuff, and just because they're in my field of energy, I guess, they feel the calm that I embody within, which is really beautiful when they notice that and they say something to me about it. So it's definitely one of my bigger gifts. I also feel I'm really great at spotting in other people the good things about them, the strengths. I know that we're all beautiful and good and have great things, but it's harder for me to notice the deficits, if you know what I mean. And sometimes that gets me in a bit of trouble where I might, be used or walked all over or mistreated because I'm just seeing all the good. But I don't think it's a bad thing either to really be able to spot people's more positive traits or qualities. And I actually went to training once a few years ago when I was working in child protection still, and it was this guy got up the front, and he was a multi-millionaire, travelled all around the world, and he spoke about strengths and weaknesses. And when he was describing himself, he said, in school I would always get in trouble, I would never sit down, I couldn't take my turn, and I'd just never shut up, always put out on the balcony. And then he explained, here he is now as a grown-up, and he's making millions of dollars traveling well because he never sits down and he can't take turns and he doesn't shut up. So those three things, or those things that in the education system were frowned upon and seen as weaknesses or disruption, or he's probably labelled naughty or bad behaved and things like that, are actually what is helping him to shine and thrive. And in just being himself, he is making a beautiful career, and he's training professionals all over the world in how to see that each and every one of your weaknesses is also a strength, and it's just about how you're choosing to view that. And we don't actually, we all don't fit into certain boxes in society, and some environments are not for some people, and that's okay. But the more you allow yourself to be who you are and own all of those parts of you, I think the more able you are to step into your fullness and to just shine and be that beautiful, bright beacon of light that you are. That's my rant today. Hopefully I see yours too. Take good care. Talk to you soon.